What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete at you again. This time I'm bringing you a knife called the Famine. Crazy looking knife. Just awesome. Fighter knife, right? Designed by Keith McKinsey. And let me just show you this, man. So you know SK, I'll go over the specs now, but it has the Kydex sheath that Work Tuff does really well. Very, very little, almost no play at all in the sheath. This is taco style. You got all your attachments, lashing. It does have your, you can see there, the tip of the blade for your hole for drainage. Just awesome. Work Tuff always does awesome Kydex sheaths, man. You can't go wrong with this. And just really positive connection in there. Look at that. Boom. Check out this blade. Just badass. And again, this is another pass around blade that Scab lent me here to review. Thank you again, Scab. Appreciate that. Scab's from Choir Boys Outdoors. Go check him out. Give him a sub if you haven't heard of him. But most likely, if you're in the knife community, you have. He's like one of the godfathers of the knife reviewers now, man. He's done thousands of knives. So yeah, he let me borrow this one to review. This one here, again, is the Famine. This one is SK85 steel. It's a little, it's at 0.23 inches thick, so a little under a quarter inch thick. You got saber grind, somewhat of a recurve here. It's 9-inch blade length and a little over 14 inches overall. So, yeah, let's do a drive by here. Just awesome. And these are G10 handles. It looks awesome. It looks absolutely awesome. I love the look of it. Definitely a fighter style knife. It's nice and thick, but it's not too, doesn't feel too heavy in the hand. It feels pretty nimble. Not too bad. Yeah, I like it. Feels really good. And the grip, the gripping on here is really nice. It has that little sway here to keep your hand in. I guess when you're chopping and stuff like that, it does have a little swell right here. And man, that feels good. Nice little swell in there. It does have a nice generous choil here to choke up on for doing fine work. Just badass. I like how they did this little flare here on the top here in the top swedge. Just an awesome looking fighter knife. All right, let's go bang this thing around and see how good it is. Let's start this off with a can cut. Look at that. Dog wanted to get his piece. Now let's check out the bottle. Let's do a bottle cut now. Right in twain, son. As old Scab would say. Sharp blade. Easy peasy. Let's start at the door. Give it some chops and see how it feels in the hand. See if there's any hot spots that I could fill and how the edge holds up here. Just flinging one. Yeah. Give it a couple hard ones here. All right, let's check out that edge. Perfect. No nicks, no folds, no rolls. This is Work Tuff, man. This stuff, I have no doubt on Work Tuff gear and how their heat treat is. So this held up amazing. Let's do a drop test and some hard downward throws. See how this flies out of the hand, how the tip holds up, and if the scales or anything comes loose, which again, this is Work Tuff. I doubt anything is going to happen. And you can go back and see Scab's videos. He already beat the hell out of this thing, and it's held up absolutely fine. You can tell, look at the wear on that, just normal wear from use, man. Awesome. Thing held up freaking amazing. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here. Yeah, let's see, a little bit. There we go. Yeah, hit it with my finger on the way down the first time. Yeah, it's pretty balanced. All right, let's give it some hard downward throws. Oh yeah, man, look at that bite. Oh, Man, that's a tough blade. Yeah, nothing loose. Look how thick that tip is. No damage at all. Whew. Let's chop this board into some pieces. See if I can get a couple good hard swings here. Easy. Man, easy work of that. All right, let's see how this fighter knife does with some Bushcraft wood processing. Chop this into a few pieces here. Bam. One more time. Back, get back. Back, doggy. Easy. Let's do a little bit of batoning. I don't have too many logs left to baton with, but at least I can show you with this one here. Dried, hard, solid wood. Let's bust through this bad boy. I need something a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. Right there in that knot. Look at that, going right through that knot. Bam. But it's doing it. There we go. Let's try that again. Another knot there, right through it. Actually makes a pretty awesome Bushcraft knife. Let's give it a throw at the log. See how this thing flies out of the hand. It looks pretty balanced, so I think it's gonna fly pretty good. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. I had to move the dog. He's getting in the way over here, so I don't want him to get hurt throwing a knife. Bam. Look how this thing flies, man. How deep that sunk in. Awesome. All right, let's do a half spin. Stick it like that. See how it flies. Boom. See if you guys see that. Make sure I get you in there. Yeah. All right, let's try that again. See if I can get a little bit of a better stick. Half spin. Ooh. One more time. Ooh. Even when I miss, I still stick it. Let's do a little bit of light prying here and see how it works. How it does. Tip bending. This tip's so thick, and Work Tuff with their SK85 steel. I don't see this having any issues, man. Oh, look at that. Sticking it to where it holds its own weight up. I'm thrusting it hard too. And no issues. Let's check that tip. Flawless. Flawless. Let's see how it does a little bit of shaving or feather sticking. One thing I noticed too, which is kind of a negative for me, is the choil. If you notice right here, it's sharp all the way to the very end right here. So if you're not careful, since the choil is not deep, it's a little bit on the shallow side. I already cut my finger, if you can see it right here. I mean, just a nick, like a nick, right? But if you're not careful, it'll definitely get you deep. And that was just me, so I can show you here. That was just me right here, just hitting it right there when I put my finger in there. Oh, I did it again. Just cut your finger, so you gotta be real careful when going into that choil, because you will cut yourself, and this sucker is sharp. Damn razor blade. We'll see though how it feels. Oh yeah. Awesome carver though. Awesome for feather sticking. And it does have a perfect place to put your thumb. This little stopper right here fits perfectly to put your thumb on. I do like that. It gives you a little bit of security, extra security in the thumb wrap there. Look at that. Well, that feather sticks for sure. Yeah, it just pulls the material off. That recurve really easy. It does good work for removing that wood, the material there. It carves all the way up, pulls all the way through, as you can see. Whew. Awesome for carving here. Making short work of this spear, or you know, for anything. Tent spikes, fishing spikes, hunting spikes, you name it. Making little spikes for the neighborhood kids. Just playing, don't do that. Bam. Easy. All right, that concludes my review on this Famine by Work Tuff. Awesome, freaking awesome. Love the look of it. It looks pretty badass. I'm a sucker for those recurves. I love recurve blades. I know they're a little harder to sharpen, some people say, but in my Kino and Work Sharp, it makes it really easy. no trouble even with that recurve there. Just an awesome looking blade. Awesome little fighter blade that's actually can be used for camp and just for anything really. I mean, this thing is just bitching. You saw me throwing it. Flies really good out of the hand. Pretty well balanced. Let's see, it's right there in the right where the choil ends. So pretty balanced blade. Yeah, it feels good, nimble. And as you can see, like I said before, in this the very last clip here, that right there, though, that got me, man. That's sharp, really pointy. So when you're putting your finger inside that choil, be careful you don't do what I did, get close like that, and you know, I mean, it's just a little tiny cut, but I can see it's razor sharp. So I can see that, yeah, it's not really picking it up, but I can see that if you went too fast or getting too careless, easily cut your hand right there, easily, because it is freaking sharp. But other than that, badass. Another killer Work Tuff. You know, of course, the heat treat and the fit and finish on this knife from Work Tuff, like always, they just knock it out of the park. I do like this design. It is pretty badass. Just cool looking blade, little beast. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So, because that thing I can get over. Damn ants. That little, you know, and if this was mine, if it bothered me too much, I'd just grind it down a little bit flat right there, so it doesn't catch. But you know, other than that, it's no biggie for me though. It's a win still a giant win for this one. All right, guys, please like, subscribe, share, and until next knife, gun, or whatever.